Daron ne voulait pas que je traîne le soir. J'ai trop fait d'erreurs, je peux pas rater ma chance. Je crame tous les soirs. Où sont mes ennemis? Ramenez-les, moi je vais les boire. Il me faut du fric et une grosse villa. La copilote rencontre mes mappés ça. Parle pas avec eux, ils sont trop pressés. On est trop précis. On va de filoche, puis on va procéder. Les fans pensent que je suis possédé. Dans le bloc, maintenant je vais en décéder.
Yo. Yo. Holy shit. Oh, let's see LeBron. Bro. Dude. This is gonna be a hard season for the Pistons, bro. Jaylen Brown, LeBron, Joel, VJ, and Maxey. Let's see. New 2, baby.
Yeah. Sending this one out.
Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. A look at the Pistons starting group. Thompson and Collins holding down the forward spots. Cade Cunningham out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the 76ers, filling the wings, it'll be Edgecombe and Brown. Joel Embiid is out there with LeBron James. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. Coach, just a few games into the year now, teams starting to build their rhythm.
Well, B.A., the excitement of the start of the season has died down. Now teams are getting locked into their rotation and their minutes. Things still feel a bit new, but it usually doesn't take too long to establish a groove.
Here's Cunningham. Some solid defense from Maxey. Well, for Philadelphia, their last game, a loss to Milwaukee. Here's Edgecombe. Ooh, Thompson with the block. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. And we have to take another look at that block.
Letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots.
Thompson against Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Maxey on the wing. Three-pointer off the mark. And when you talk about a player like Tyrese Maxey, his speed really jumps out at you, Tim.
Well, he might be the fastest player end-to-end with the basketball in the NBA, and that's what makes him so dangerous in transition. He's shifty and elusive and one of the toughest covers in the game. And that's such a smart play by Maxey, drawing the defense's attention and then kicking it out.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. I asked him about their main concern defensively. He said, quote, they lean on Cunningham to drive their offense. So we've got to do our best to keep the ball out of his hands. We can't allow Cade to be the guy to beat us tonight. That won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Just a great job by Cunningham using the dribble to create separation.
James passes to Embiid. Floats one and rejected.
Nice rejection right there by Duren. I see you, big fella. Go after everything in there.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Here's James. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Well, I hope they're not planning to give him easy buckets all night.
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Cunningham. That one goes in.
Well, scoring in this league is never easy, and that's why you need a guy like Cunningham on your team. Somebody who can beat tight coverage.
The 3, James. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Here's Cunningham. No good, off the front rim. And so James will bring it up for Philadelphia. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, defensively, they did not show up ready for work. Allowed too many high-percentage looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, just when you thought the Sixers had pulled off one of the biggest moves of the summer, trading for Jaylen Brown, they strike again, winning the sweepstakes for superstar LeBron James to their cause. It's early, but on paper, guys, this is a team with the talent to compete with the very best in the NBA.
Exciting stuff. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And some changes here for the 76ers. Kuminga comes in for Edgecombe. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Tyrese Maxey. Detroit also making some changes. Robinson, he's checked in for Thompson. And Jenkins subbed in for Joe. And for LeBron James, money wasn't a deciding factor in picking his team. He signed for the veteran minimum.
Well, listen, B.A., this is crazy. But there's well over a dozen players in college basketball making more money than LeBron right now. That puts it into perspective, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Pistons coach J.B. Bickerstaff is very demanding, but also great at relating to his players, Phil.
Well, he's really focused on connecting with his guys on a personal level beyond basketball, and that approach is tailor-made for a young, developing team trying to earn trust. And Simon's showing you a lot of toughness right there. He got inside, did not shy away from the contact, and was able to get it done. He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Kuminga's shot is off. The Pistons trail by 6. Here's Cunningham. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Cunningham's got 9 points.
And he knows how deadly he can be off the dribble. I like the assertiveness Cunningham showed right there.
Brown passes to Embiid. Back to Brown. Embiid, a screen on Cunningham. Here's Brown. No good there.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Pass to Robinson. Shoots over Brown. That one a little long. James, right side. He shoots it. Cans it with nobody near him. 9 points in the game.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. Back to the game after this break.
I really hope it's Jared Durham's contract and they get
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Well, one thing we're seeing, they're in control of the rebounding battle.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Paul Reed is out there with Holland. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then there's Prince. And it's Jenkins in at the point.
Well, we know this about Joel Embiid. When he's healthy, he's an MVP caliber player and one of the toughest matchups in this league.
Caldwell Pope's checked in for Philon. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Green's checked in for Prince. Green for 3. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. The Sixers lead by 8. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Joel Embiid is focused on health. He said, quote, "There are so many times in the past that I've tried to push through injuries. Going forward, I'm going to listen to my body. Everyone knows that I want to play every single game. I can't give up no matter what. I have to push through and hope for the best." Back to you.
Trying to figure it out. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. On the wing, Green shoots over Kuminga. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
At that point, you're better off making the next pass.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Pass to Wade. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Oh, Robinson with a block. They get it back. Count it. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Some changes for Philadelphia. Brown's checked in for Wade, and it's Tyrese Maxey in for Caldwell Pope. Detroit also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. Joe comes in for Green, and Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. And so it looks like the Sixers will retain possession here. And the 76ers making a change here. James is checked in.
76ers, number 23, LeBron James.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into this second quarter. Pass to Brown. Philadelphia moving it around. The shot. It's deflected. Outside Joe. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Tim, you look at the last 10 years of the league. What do you think the most drastic change in on-court approach has been?
Well, I think offensive schemes now are really refined. The amount of motion that defenses have to deal with, and as a result, the number of decisions that have to be made possession by possession.
For three, Maxey. From three, Maxey.
And you know if you hit a three against them, Tyrese Maxey is going to want to get you back immediately.
And here's Cunningham outside. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Sixers. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. Number one, Detroit.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
And he lobs it up top. Maxey passes to Embiid. The shot no good. The Pistons trail by 12. Tim, at his peak, has there ever been a big man with the kind of three-level scoring ability of Joel Embiid?
Well, it's a great question, and historically, very few big men have had it. Jokic was not quite the same rim threat. Embiid at peak form, he's as dynamic as you're going to find when healthy.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Duran, he's checked in for Detroit. Collins comes in for Robinson. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Embiid against Duran. Pass to Edgecombe. Down low. Here's James. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got 4 rebounds in the game. Launches it. And another three from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 18.
Well, most of his points are coming from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
For three, Maxey. Philadelphia with another miss.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Cunningham. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Joe. Here's Cunningham. Again, the miss by Cunningham. And again, no good by Detroit. Philadelphia leading by 6. James drives the lane. That one's off, and now he's 3 for 6. Here's Duran. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And the whistle on the shot. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach.
Review right now.
Challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the first one at the line is good. Legs, how about Philly getting Tyrese Maxey with their 21st pick back in 2020?
And what a success story. Seeing his development year after year since they drafted him, from a bench role to what he has become now. This is a huge win for the Sixers. And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
James inside, covered by Duren. James, that's good.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, what a move by Cunningham inside.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Brown. James, a screen on Thompson. And here's Brown for three. Nice D from Thompson. And so it's Philadelphia leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Sponsored by Kia, the 2K Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
You know, for Philadelphia, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early goings. Some people thought they might be an elite team, and we haven't seen that at all. But the good news is there's still plenty of room and time to turn it around.
And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Pistons. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the...
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
Well, I'll tell you, from out there in three-point land, he's been sensational.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Maxey and Edgecombe are the backcourt pair. James is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Joe misses. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And since we have a moment, here are last year's most efficient scorers around the league. Fourth, Jalen Duren.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
So it's Detroit now. 6-point game. Here's Cunningham. And the shot falls short that time. Tim, the offensive game of Cade Cunningham is so polished. Very tough to shut him off.
Well, he's an elite pick-and-roll initiator, and then you've got to deal with his pull-up game. So you can do everything right defensively, but he still has an answer.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The 76ers are constructing a new venue with all private financing, custom built for basketball, with fan-forward design. The new arena will be home to the Sixers, the hockey team, as well as Philadelphia's new WNBA expansion franchise, which will also debut in 2030. Back to you, Brian.
Big moves. Okay, Allie, appreciate the update.
And that miss makes them 0 for 4 to start this quarter. Not exactly the start they were hoping for.
Pistons trail by 11. Here's Joe. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Yeah, and they're able to get their first bucket in the second half after 4 straight misses.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Outside Maxey for 3. Philadelphia with another miss.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break. He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
What a way to push the lead. You can't help but stand up on the bench after that.
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
Well, a cold streak can affect your confidence, and I think that's what we're seeing.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
The Pistons trail by 11. Here's Cunningham. Again, the miss by Cunningham.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but he doesn't look right to me.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Back to Edgecombe. Here's the 3. They get the rebound. And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Man, that's tough to see.
That didn't look great. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, you just feel awful for him. Injuries are the very worst part of this game.
Jenkins is checked in for the Pistons. The Sixers lead by 13. Tim, the Pistons winning 60 games last season, but some struggles in the playoffs.
Well, they left a lot to be desired on the offensive end of the floor. And in the postseason, teams are going to take the ball out of the hands of your best player, so you better have other ways to get it done.
You think VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey are the most athletic backcourt in the league, Tim?
Well, B.A., I think they're definitely in that conversation, but they also, I think, have the potential to become one of the best overall backcourts in the league as well.
And Edgecombe